So what's up, everybody? I'm Demetrius, and I'm gonna be handling the entree section of the MOJ Mother's Day meal prep thing. So I'm gonna be making some Cornish hens that I got marinated in a sauce. I got some scalloped potatoes, I got some jalapeno cheese cornbread, and I got a cabbage and multicolored pepper melody that I'm gonna whip up for y'all too. So first thing is these Cornish hens I got in this bowl. They've been marinating for a day. I got them marinating in chicken broth and this better than bouillon type stuff I mixed up, and a little bit of seasoning in there. You can put whatever seasons you want to make it taste good. And I'm gonna just take them out the marinade like so. I guess y'all can't see, so I'm gonna move them up like this. This is what they look like when they come out. Kind of drain that off a little bit. Of course, I wash my hands before I get started. And I lay them down. We're gonna get this out the way. I ain't gonna pull it out because I'm gonna put 2 more birds in there because somebody wants some. This is what they look like. So after that, I'm gonna take I put some things on the inside, some aromatics and some little things to make the flavor burst. I'm gonna start with 2 pieces of lemon, and I'm gonna stuff them on the inside. That help put a decent little flavor in it once it's get done cooking. And then I got this poultry packed with rosemary, sage, and thyme, organic, that I got from Walmart. I like to there, man. That also put like a nice little flavor, man, when I cook these birds. It just do something to the meat, man, that I personally love. I got it off a cooking show though. My mama ain't do all that extra stuff. So I'm gonna stuff them up real quick. I really wish my mama was here so I can really cook this meal for her. Unfortunately, my mama back in Chicago. But all y'all, I urge y'all to make sure, man, y'all mamas, this will be a good meal. I promise all your mamas and all your wives and all that stuff, they gonna love this, man. This get good. This good cooking right here. So we stuffed that like that. And then I got where is it? I got a little cup that I put like an oil blend in. It's olive oil, a little bit of butter. I got this Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, and garlic mixture. And then this tasty zingy thing I like to use, cilantro, lime zest, and garlic, a little bit of smoked paprika, and some black peppercorn. I mixed that all up in this bowl right here. Put a little closer if it's recording. You know what I'm saying? Get that all in there. And then I just kind of coat the bird with it, man. Make sure I put it all over there. This gonna make the outside super flavorful, more so to add into the with the marinade. When I make this for people, man, like they compare it to, like, if you know when you go to the grocery store and you get like one of them fire rotisseries and they hit just right, this would it be. This whole thing be just bones in like 5 minutes. Oh, and I ain't got to tell, so I'm air frying mine. I then fell in love with the air fryer, and you can do almost anything with it. If you don't have an air fryer, I suggest you go get one, but you can cook these things in the oven for probably like 400 degrees, something like that, maybe 380, and they usually take about 35-40 minutes to cook like that. With the air fryer, it's like 30 minutes. So rinse my hands off real quick. It's kind of like what they gonna look like when you get done with them. I'm gonna place them in my air fryer pan. And then I also like to just take a little bit, just a little extra seasoning to put on top. Pop them boys in the fryer. Air fry, time 30 minutes. You're gonna put it on 30 minutes, but you're gonna flip them every 10 minutes. That way they make sure they cook evenly, and then they like don't get too hot and burn too much on either side. So next, I'm gonna rinse my hands right quick. Get all this out the way. Then we're gonna jump over here to this jalapeno cheese cornbread. For time purposes, I ain't doing it for scratch, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Use a little Jiffy today. I already got a little butter melted in the bottom of the pan. So take the egg, mix it in the regular box of Jiffy, nothing special. I put a little honey in there just to make it a little bit sweeter, because that's how I like it and that's how my kids like it. And I got 3/4 cup of milk. We're gonna whip that in there and put that in the oven and get that on out the way for time purposes. I also did the scalloped potatoes already, because, you know, again, to save time, you know, I had to go on and get that out the way, but ain't nothing really special about that. That's just our gratin potatoes that I got out in the box. And what I did, I just followed the regular instructions, but then I just added my own little extra seasons to the water. And I put some little extra cheese in it and some diced jalapenos to give it a little kick. I did that before anybody ever made them for. They love it. So mix up the cornbread, pour that in there. Then you're gonna take the, I got the jalapenos and the cheese little mixture right there. And just kind of drop that off in there. If you don't like jalapenos or you don't like the jalapeno cornbread, just, you ain't gotta put that or the cheese in there. Just cornbread by itself, drop that little honey in there, or however you like your cornbread. Have the oven set to 400, pop that, that's done. This is what the scallop looks like when it get done. Instructions is on the box for that. All right, now, we're gonna round it off with this, this cabbage melody, man. I'm a big fan of cabbage. I love peppers. So I like red cabbage, I got that. I already rinsed it off and did all that type stuff. I just drop it in the skillet with that oil. Break them up a little bit. And it's gonna be a real colorful dish, man. It's gonna get you some points, because ladies love color, you know what I'm saying? So I got the red peppers, I got yellow peppers, and I got orange peppers. They all each got like a little different bit of their own taste to it, so I just like what it do when they all come together. And I got chopped red onions. I put that all in there. Crack a little pepper on that joint. Turn the heat up to like medium high. Then a little bit more oil. And we're gonna put the lid on that, let that start steaming up, get soft. And then we start turning it, you know, as you start noticing that it's starting to heat up and come together. Off in there, and you stir everything up. So that thing break down and cook evenly. Look a little something like that. Put that lid back on it. So yeah, the whole time for this, I don't know, it probably take about a good 10 to 15 minutes for this to like steam up real good and break down to where you want it at. Make sure you keep mixing it up so, you know, the pan don't burn or whatever, you don't get nothing to stick. All right, these birds been in here long enough, so I'm gonna just grab them as they starting to brown on that, on the side right there. Just flip them over so we can get the other side started to cook up real good too. And then, where my bottle at? For this side too, I just take a little bit more of this season and put it on there. Not too much, but just enough so it come through that crust. Start that back up. stir this stuff up. See that big steam puff? I mean, it's working. I wish y'all could smell it. And ladies, if you don't want to cook this for you, don't even trip. You just play the video yourself and you make it happen yourself. I promise you, you're gonna love it. It's become a staple in your house. And that's really almost done. A couple more minutes on that. That'd be perfect. Jamal told me I need to tell some type of family story about these dishes and all that type stuff. I don't really have one. Like my mama didn't do. My mama cooked Cornish hens back in the day. She didn't really do all that. She just kind of seasoned them up a little bit, throw them in the oven. I always liked them, man. So like, I just took them. I like to be extra with everything I do. So the stuff on the inside and the marinade and all that, that's just me. I like all my food from the inside and out to be super flavorful. Even with this, with the box au gratin, like, you know, I'm gonna do what the instructions say on the box, but then I'm gonna add my own little cheese, my own little seasons and stuff like that, because I just like to be extra. Obviously with the cabbage, I got 3 kinds of peppers and onions in there. The flavors just be so crazy. So that's just how I cook, man. So Jamal, I ain't got no history backstory, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no recipe passed down from grandma, my mom, but you know, y'all take this, pass it down to y'all kids. And where we at with this? Cornbread starting to bake up real good. And it's just a waiting game now. Cabbage gets to looking kind of like that. You see everything softening up. Working together like that, it's pretty much done. At this point, man, you can just kind of cut the fire down on low or close to it. And just let that thing keep on steaming. Check on the bird, make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. That's it. We're gonna pull these birds out, turn them over one more again. You gotta be careful at this point, because they're gonna be super tender from that marinade. Yeah, I usually get in there and get it in there with my hand. But I don't want none of y'all to burn y'allself trying to do what I do. Probably for the last 14, I may turn it one more time, but for the majority of this time, we're gonna let that side get brown like the other side. Telling y'all, man, this cabbage a hit. And sweetness from them red onions, peppers get to coming off from there, man. Then you mix it with that cornbread, you're gonna kill it with that. She might get up and do something for you fellas on Mother's Day. It's gonna be so good. sending this plate home with Justin, man. So y'all ask him how official I am, man, how I get. I ain't gonna brag on myself. I'm gonna let somebody else do it. Yeah, we gonna rock that out. So, man, I think we're gonna stop these at like 25 minutes. Cause you can look up until they done, and the air fryer don't play like ain't no parts of that bird that's like not gonna be done. It's super official. So, let me grab this plate. Well, I'm gonna need another plate to chop it on. Cause you only want half of it. Ooh, see that juice running out of that thing? I'm gonna see if I can chop this bird in half so I can put it on this plate. Matter of fact, we're gonna do that afterwards. I'm gonna go on and put it on the plate now so we can go on and hurry up in this video and y'all can just see how good everything look. Got a close up on that. I promise you this gonna bless your life. Like I said, you got the marinated cornmeal, you got the scalloped potatoes with a little extra little something I did to it, jalapeno cheese cornbread, and the pepper, onion, and red cabbage mixture. So look, man, that's my contribution to the videos. Appreciate y'all for looking out and checking it out. Appreciate my brothers Jamal for hooking up his part, and my brother Ellis for hooking up the dessert. And man, y'all go on and show us some love, man, and make these menus and get in the comments and stuff, man. Let them know how they turned out. I'll holler at y'all later. Happy Mother's Day.